Hey, what's up? Jason Bryant here at the Herb Brooks National Hockey Center. Game day for St. Cloud State hockey. It's homecoming weekend taking on second-ranked Minnesota State. Last night was a 3-2 win by 8th-ranked St. Cloud State. So this will be my third game ever announcing college hockey. So a little bit of prep time here. I'm about 2 hours before game time. Here, doors open. I'm sitting in the penalty box right now, visiting penalty box. But here's what I get to do. Those of you that may be familiar with my wrestling stuff, not a whole lot of similarities in the setup because wrestling, a lot of stuff's online. So you notice here, I have a pretty good view of what's going on. We've got scorekeeper. I got another off-ice official here. This is the St. Cloud State penalty box. This will be the Mankato box. We just kind of call them Mankato, even though it's Minnesota State. It used to be Mankato State. If you checked out my podcast on Remy Macius, you know that it used to be Mankato State Teachers College. But two of the best in college hockey here. Division II schools with Division I ice hockey, as there is no Division II ice hockey. So this is a pretty sweet place. This is a full Olympic size sheet. So a little bigger than the NHL size sheet. So here we go. I've got basically my little setup down here. So there's the mic. I bring my own mic. Got my little binder. I even put my name on it. Yeah, because I'm that guy. So they will have a script. So this will be the script for all the reads. Some of these are pre-recorded that I did. So I'll have all the reads throughout the game. I'll have this headset on where I'll be talking to the guys up there and then back here in the booth that's down the hall. So I'll do that and I'll have all those reads. I got my collection of pens, so I'll have those in my game day scripts. I'll also have the lineup sheet. So I've got these printed out for the whole season. So I'll fill these out with cardstock. So they're a little heavier. They can find them throughout the pile of paper. Then I've got these, basically this penalty chart and the scoring sheet. This is so I can keep track of things as the game goes on to fill out the end of period stats, which I'll get to in a minute. I saw something similar like this on the PA announcers group in Facebook. So I actually kind of borrowed the idea and put one together. And then here's my Franklin Outdoor Advertising end of the period stats. So I'll go end of the periods, shots, goals, recap any power play goals, 3 stars for the end of the game, so I'm prepared for that. One thing I also I do is the out-of-town school board. I know a lot of places do this, but this wasn't in the script. Did it last night. It was pretty interesting to hear some audible gasps when Wisconsin was up on Duluth. Also, pronunciation guide. Now, this is something the NCHC, the National Collegiate Hockey Conference, head of official came down and brought me this yesterday. So I've got the officials pronunciation sheet. And then one of the media people in college hockey, I can't remember who, sent this to Andrew Melro, the SID here, and this is the pronunciation guide for every team in Division I hockey. So I'm set there, and then also the officials gave me this little sheet to tell us what's going on with the video reviews. You can challenge, you can look at reviews and things like that. And of course, this is a standard in college hockey. This is a standard in hockey pretty much throughout is the line chart. So this is, I keep it in this clear liner just because it's a little bit texturally different. So when I have all these papers laying out here, and I don't have a whole lot of space because again, you can see there's 3 of us that got to sit here. So this is pretty much what you got to do. And so I'll have one flipped on the side. There's Minnesota State. Here's St. Cloud State. And of course, I'll have my scratch tablet right there. So that is pretty much everything I do. They will call or text the off-ice official here with the official goal calls. And it won't be immediate, so you'll see the teams when they score, they'll celebrate, music will play if it's a St. Cloud goal. Nobody will celebrate if it's a Minnesota State goal. And what will happen is we'll wait, okay, I usually like to wait about 30 seconds as best as I can, find a place where they're not in front of the net, because my first ever goal call here against St. Thomas a couple weeks ago was interrupted by another goal. So I want to make sure I can get that, bark it out, you say it twice. Here at St. Cloud, the legendary Chuck Clausen did a woo at the end of each goal, and now we're letting the dog pound, which is the student section that sits over there, kind of take the lead on that. That was Chuck's. That's not something I'm going to copycat on. That was his distinct, unique thing to St. Cloud State hockey. We're trying to make sure that stays here, and his place stays here, but that is kind of how I get things prepped for hockey. Penalties are also sent through this little hole right here. Write them down. I'll go back to my sheet. So with my penalties, I'll write it down, and then when it's be ready to go, I'll say so-and-so, 2 minutes for hooking at so-and-so, or time of the first period. And if it's a St. Cloud power play, I'll be like, and that'll bring up a Shields power play. So that is pretty much my prep work. I've still got about 90 minutes before we drop the puck here on homecoming. So I'm going to look over all of these things because we got different ad reads, different sponsors and stuff. Got to make sure we get pronunciations, be on the headset. So that is how I call college hockey now.